Today, as I was driving on my way to school, I was going over a lot of random thoughts. I spend the majority of my time thinking now. It took me 49 years to finally figure out a whole lot of things. In the last 3 years, I done cracked a lot of codes. A lot of codes that's going to bring success in life. But the biggest code that I cracked, to my brothers, the only way you're going to get to success, self-improvement. That's the only way it's going to happen. You must invest in yourself. You have to invest into your mind. You have to invest into your body. You have to invest into your spiritual essence. In our culture, we consistently talk about, hey, I want to get the bag. I got to get this money. I got to get this money. That's what we constantly talk about. But the truth is, if you live to be 80 years old, your physical hands have touched so much money. It's not that we can't get the money. We don't know what to do with the money when we get it. And that applies to myself. See, I reflect on that. When I was running the streets from the age of 13 and 14 to hustling and busting, I did every hustle you could think of, man. From dealing, stealing cars, robbing, scheming, any and all, man, to get a dollar. I done been there, done that. Or I done been around it. I done been in rooms with in the street culture, man. It's nothing to 10, 20, 30, 40 daily. That's not, we've done that. And to the working people, they come across money also. But it's that we don't hold on to it. We get it and we fumble it. And then we consistently stay stuck in a place of, I can't get out. I can't get out the rat race. It clicked for me almost 4 years ago. I mean, it really clicked that the only way to get to where I'm trying to go is self-improvement. That's it. That is the formula of success. Self-improvement. You have to discipline yourself. You have to improve your mind. You have to cut away all things out of your life that is not going to aid and assist you to get to the next level of your life. And see, that's the hard part. People be making the money, but on their way to trying to climb, they're still trying to hold on to habits that's depleting their bank account. You can't talk about you trying to get to money, but you're spending money on extracurricular activities. You still smoking massive weed every day, drinking every day, partying every day, buying clothes every day. You can't grow with money if you're spending it every day on dumb stuff. Now you have to live, and that's something I learned the last 2 years. You gotta live. You gotta eat and find you healthy hobbies. Gotta find healthy hobbies. I spend a lot of time watching different platforms to see the mindset of my people, and it never fails. Victim mindset is rampant in our culture. Man, we all got a story. We all got a story. We all got traumas. We all have been through things in life. But I can't stand a victim mentality person. Can't stand them. Woe is me. Woe is me. I talk to one of my little homies every day about different issues. And he vouched for this. We talk. We get at it. And my biggest thing I tell him is I'm on a shot clock. What I mean by that is when you really figure out that you only have a period of time here on this planet. I've wasted so much time being incarcerated, running around chasing what I thought was a bag. That's a fake bag I was chasing. Street money's a fake bag, especially if you ain't taking that money and dumping it off into something that's going to really multiply and grow. We get caught up. Well, I made 20 bands. I just went and blew 15. All right, ain't nothing. I can get it back. Yeah, you might could make another 20,000, but you ain't getting that 20,000 you blew, because there's no such thing as getting your time back, because you had to spend time to get that 20,000. See, that click. That click. So we say things sometimes stupid in reality. The only way you really going to get to where you need to be. This is the question you need to ask yourself. Here's the question you need to ask yourself. If you're over 40 years old, can you look at the 65-year-old you and say, we're going to be financially straight? I say, can you look in the mirror at the 65-year-old you and say, we are going to be financially straight? If you can't answer that question honestly, I'm talking about right now, you can't look at your life and know that damn well you ain't about to be prepared, because you is not putting in the work to get you to where you need to be. You still doing things you don't need to do. You still moving like you was moving 20 years ago. See, it clicked for me 4 years ago. I can't move the way I used to move if I'm going to build the future for the 65-year-old me, because I plan to be alive past that. I believe you get 4 quarters in life. First 25, second 25, from 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100. I'm trying to make it to that fourth quarter between 75 and 100. Yeah. I was listening to a podcast on my way out here to school. Right now I'm at trucking school, completing my self-improvement, because this is what this is. Obtaining my CDL license to operate in the business that I have created. My trucking company is created. But I believe that in order for my trucking company to run successful, I need to have a CDL, because what if one of my drivers don't want to drive? Yeah, it's good to say, okay, I'm going to get some trucks, put some people in. But what if my drivers don't want to drive? What if I can't find the type of drivers that I need to make my company run efficiently? I got to get behind the wheel of that truck. I've been dealing in logistics since 2002. Warehousing, order select. Anybody who's in the logistics game, they know what I'm talking about. Warehousing, shipping and receipt. I done did it all. So it only made sense to get a CDL to add to that. Now I'll take all that vast knowledge and use it to my benefit. I'm trying to buy back my time. It clicked for me 4 years ago. I spend all day listening to podcasts, reading, studying, anything that has to do with money, anything that has to do with self-improvement. Because what you consistently put in your mind, over time, it's going to manifest in a physical realm, meaning you become that. So if I consistently think about business and consistently think about money and consistently think about self-improvement, working on my spiritual health, my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, I become that. It clicked for me 4 years ago. I cut off everything in my life. I've been solo for 4 years. What I mean by that, I talk to people. I got associates I kick it with, but I left one state to come to another state so I can focus on this plan that I got. See, 4 years ago, I figured out, listening to different gurus, the importance of mapping out a plan, writing it down. I spent COVID mapping my plan out. I spent COVID mapping out the journey that I'm going to take for the next 20 years of my life. I mapped that out during COVID. I said, okay, I'm going to leave here. And it wasn't simultaneously. Events led. But my manifestation, my praying was, I need to get to such and such point. So when the opportunity came, I said, okay, let me sit back, because I'm a person who believes in signs and symbols. So I said to myself, this opportunity came. Now I can go take this opportunity, do this, go to school, get the CDL that you need to add to this. Then you come back here and you do this. It's constantly moving pieces around on my chessboard. You have to spend a lot of time with yourself. You have to constantly move pieces around in your chessboard. So when I put my plan together, I knew I got to cut all this fat off and start fresh. So whatever group of friends that I put within my circle now, they got to be men who are moving and grooving. They got to be women who are moving and grooving. You ain't talking about business. You ain't talking about finances and real estate and stocks and investing. If you ain't talking about how can we network to make this happen or make that happen, we ain't got nothing to talk about. And I say this on a daily basis. I say it out loud, verbally. I think it. I write it down for a reason, so I can walk in that truth. See, I got to walk in that truth. And that truth is, if you ain't about business, I don't want you around. If you spend your time doing a bunch of BS, you spend your time worried about the next person, you spend your time gossiping, you spend your time walking around a bunch of negative energy, you spend your time stuck in a victim mindset, worried about something that happened to you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You got some people walk around still talking about stuff that happened to them 30, 40 years ago, man. You better get past that. You better heal from that. That's what I had to say to myself. For every decision I made, it's on me, man. I ain't about to walk around talking about, oh, this, my life is this because, nah, man. I chose to be a dum-dum and get in trouble as a juvenile and be a dum-dum. Get in trouble as soon as I became of age and in and out of county jails and state jails and finally went to the feds. Those was all my choices. So I got to man up and accept those decisions I made and not blame nobody. I ain't about to say every relationship that I had with some woman was their fault. Nah, I did a lot of BS in those relationships because I was on demon time. I was on demon time. See, I done learned a lot of terminology and different things studying psych for the last 4 years, man. I was, as they deem, I was on survival mode. And a majority of us, we in survival mode. When you in survival mode, you do all type of dumb shit. It is what it is. But when you break up out of survival mode, then you can function the way you're supposed to function. Self-improvement. That's what this whole video was about, self-improvement. That's the code. And I'm talking to my brothers. That's the code, man. You got to self-improve yourself. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Can't, I'm going to do this. No. You got to put that work in, just like we put that work in when we going to shoot our ops. Put that work in when we trying to flip that pack. We put that work in when we trying to run up in a skirt. You got to put that work in. You got to put you before anything, because if you ain't straight, ain't nothing around you straight. That clicked in 4 years ago. Don't matter what woman you with, your children. I can't do nothing for my children if I ain't straight, so I got to put me first. And when I say that, see, a small-minded person gonna be like, what you mean put yourself before your children? You came in this world by yourself, you going out this world by yourself. So let me demonstrate to you what I mean by that. I can't do nothing for my children if I ain't mentally right, physically right, and financially right. And the only way for me to do that, the only way for me to be physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially right is I got to put me first. That clicked for me 4 years ago. So now my children get the benefit of the fruits of my labor because I put me first, because I'm doing the self-improvement that clicked for me 4 years ago. I cracked that code 4 years ago. And many brothers on different platforms talk about cracking the code, life secrets, life hacks. Yeah, it's real. It's real. That's a real life hack. That's a real code to crack. Is when you, as a man, stand up, put yourself first, then everything around you could be touched by your work, can be touched by your thoughts, can be touched by your love. We use all type of labels and terminology to define different things. But to my brothers, if you really want to see your life change, self-improvement. Self-improvement. Invest in yourself. Buy courses. Read books. Like, I went on a financial literacy journey 2 years ago, and I'm knee deep in it. That's all I'm on. That's all I read. That's all I study. I take mental breaks and watch little different things on my phone, and, you know, watch movies, you know, when I ain't working. But yeah, if you consistently think about something, you become that. If you consistently think about something, you become that. We listen to things, we hear things, but you got to really sit down and listen to what you're saying. If I consistently do this and consistently do that, you ain't got no choice by default but to become that. Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan because he spent hours upon hours honing his craft. Yeah, he had talent. Kobe Bryant became Kobe Bryant. Yeah, he had talent, but it was the consistency of the work. Muhammad Ali. I could keep going. We could take it to different fields. You could take it to, you know, tech. You could take it to, you know, religious people who put so much time into the craft of being a pastor. They became big household names. Whatever you put a lot of time in, it's going to manifest itself on the physical plane. That's how mathematics work. Self-improvement. But like I said, I'm here at school right now. Early on a Saturday morning. Here to put that work in. To do the same maneuvers I do every weekend over and over and over and over again. Repetition. Until I could do these maneuvers without even thinking about it. Till I can get in and out of a truck and know the truck from top to bottom, inside and out, without even thinking about it. I'm trying to master this craft because this craft is going to open up doors to lead me to the other things that I'm trying to accomplish in my life. See, I'm on business. That's what I'm trying to manifest. Business, man. Yeah. I'm trying to be a successful businessman. Because, see, I know and understand now. I am the business. I'm going to say that again. And you know where we got that line from my boy Jay-Z. Businessman. I am the business. And I'm a man. Anything that I touch, I could turn into a business because I'm the source. I'm the power. I'm the creator. When you finally comprehend that, you can't lose. When you step into your power as a man, I call it your mojo. When you truly understand your mojo, you're going to be all right. Self-improvement. Self-improvement. Y'all be easy, man. Get on your self-improvement. One love. Y'all know what time it is.